the floor where they drop like bombs. Faceless voices running all the cons. Digital whispers in the binary night. No light, no face, pure sound, no sight. Stories unfold in the dark unscrolled. Echoes of silence, secrets untold. Waves crash loud in this audio cave. No mic, no fame, just the sound we crave. Tune and turn up, let the silence break. Raw, unfiltered, hear the earthquake. No mic needed, just a vibe that's real. Faceless words you can touch and feel. In shadows, voices untamed. No need for spotlight, no claim to fame. Just a beat of life in a stream of thought. Every word a punchline, no need to be taught. Just listen close, no visuals needed. Raw conversation, unprocessed, unseated. Feel the pulse in every sentence said. No distractions, just thoughts in your head. Whispers of the streets, rumbling through. Faceless yet vivid, a world in view. No mic, just souls, connecting in flow. Pure and raw, let the rhythm go.
An outline of a theory of semantic information. Rudolf Carnap. Thanks for reading No Mic Podcast Scribed by Facelesslingjutsu. Subscribe for free to receive new posts and support my work. University of Chicago. Yehoshua Bar-Hillel. Abstract. In distinction to current theory of communication, which treats amount of information as a measure of the statistical rarity of a message, a theory of semantic information is outlined, in which the concept of information carried by a sentence within a given language system is treated as synonymous with the content of the sentence, normalized in a certain way, and the concept of amount of semantic information is explicated by various measures of this content, all based on logical probability. Functions ranging over the contents. Absolute and relative measures are distinguished. So are D functions suitable for contexts where deductive reasoning alone is relevant, and I functions suitable for contexts where inductive reasoning is adequate. Of the two major types of amount of information investigated, the one, cont, is additive with respect to sentences whose contents are exclusive, the other, inf, with respect to sentences which are inductively independent. The latter turns out to be formally analogous to the customary information measure function. Various estimate functions of amount of information are investigated, leading to generalized semantic correlates of concepts and theorems of current communication theory. A concept of semantic noise is tentatively defined, so are efficiency and redundancy of the conceptual framework of a language system. It is suggested that semantic information is a concept more readily applicable to psychological and other investigations than its communicational counterpart. Yehoshua Bar-Hillel was an Israeli philosopher, mathematician, and linguist, born in 1915. He was a pioneering figure in the fields of machine translation and formal linguistics, advocating for a scientific approach to language. His most notable work, Language and Information, explored the intersection of logic, linguistics, and information theory. Bar-Hillel's contributions significantly influenced the early development of computational linguistics and the philosophy of language. Yehoshua Bar-Hillel's life was a testament to intellectual curiosity and resilience, deeply intertwined with the tumultuous events of the 20th century. Born Oskar Westreich in Vienna, Austria-Hungary, in 1915, his early years were spent in Berlin, a vibrant center of European thought. This initial exposure to a rich intellectual environment likely laid the groundwork for his future academic pursuits. At the age of 18, in 1933, he made the pivotal decision to emigrate to Palestine with the Bnei Akiva youth movement, a move that placed him at the heart of the developing Israeli nation. He briefly resided in the kibbutz Tirat Zvi before establishing roots in Jerusalem, where he would eventually marry Shulamith. His academic journey began in earnest at the Hebrew University of Jerusalem, where he embarked on a rigorous path, earning his PhD in philosophy. This period was crucial for his intellectual development, as he concurrently delved into the world of mathematics under the tutelage of Abraham Frankel, a distinguished set theorist. Their collaboration culminated in the co-authored book, Foundations of Set Theory 1958, a significant contribution to the field. Beyond his academic pursuits, Bar-Hillel's early life was marked by direct involvement in the historical conflicts of his time. He served with distinction in the Jewish Brigade of the British Army during World War II, contributing to the Allied effort. Later, he fought with the Haganah during the 1948 Arab-Israeli War, a conflict that bore a profound personal cost when he unfortunately lost an eye. These deeply formative experiences, encompassing both intellectual rigor and wartime sacrifice, undoubtedly shaped his worldview and fueled his lifelong dedication to a precise, rigorous, and scientific understanding of language and information. Following his time in Chicago, Bar-Hillel moved to the Massachusetts Institute of Technology (MIT) in 1951, becoming the first person to be appointed full-time specifically for machine translation (MT) research. After completing his PhD, Yehoshua Bar-Hillel's career took him across significant intellectual landscapes, particularly in the United States, before his sustained tenure at the Hebrew University. He pursued postdoctoral studies under Rudolf Carnap at the University of Chicago, where he deepened his understanding of semantics and inductive logic, and was introduced to Shannon's groundbreaking information theory. This period was pivotal, leading to his collaboration with Carnap on an outline of the theory of semantic information 1952, a work that explored the quantitative aspects of meaning. This marked a crucial phase in his career, as he organized the first international conference on machine translation in 1952, effectively laying some of the foundational stones for the field. While initially a pioneer and advocate for MT, he famously grew skeptical about the feasibility of fully automatic high-quality machine translation (FOCT). He argued that such a goal was unattainable due to the inherent complexities of natural language, particularly the necessity for real-world knowledge and common-sense understanding that machines of the time lacked. His 1953 paper, Some Linguistic Problems Connected with Machine Translation, published in Philosophy of Science, delves deeper into Bar-Hillel's growing skepticism regarding the feasibility of fully automated, high-quality machine translation. This early work meticulously analyzes the inherent linguistic complexities and semantic ambiguities that posed significant hurdles for the then nascent field of MT. It laid the groundwork for his more famous 1959 report, by systematically outlining why direct word-for-word or phrase-for-phrase translation was insufficient and how the lack of real-world knowledge and common sense in computational systems presented seemingly insurmountable challenges for achieving truly accurate and nuanced machine translation. This publication underscores his critical and philosophical approach to the technical limitations of early AI efforts. In 1953, Bar-Hillel returned to the Hebrew University of Jerusalem, where he established a pioneering algebraic computational linguistics group, further cementing his role as a leader in the interdisciplinary study of language. In his July 1954 Mind paper, Indexical Expressions, Bar-Hillel explored a fascinating area of the philosophy of language, words and phrases whose meaning depends on the context of their utterance. Terms like I, here, now, and this are central to understanding how language interacts with the speaker's environment and intentions. This article showcases his interest in pragmatics and the contextual aspects of meaning, moving beyond purely syntactic or semantic analyses. It reflects his commitment to understanding how language functions in real-world communication, where context is paramount for disambiguation and full comprehension, a challenge that also informed his views on machine translation. His influential 1959 report for the U.S. Office of Naval Research, which critically assessed MT efforts, sparked considerable discussion and controversy within the nascent field, challenging optimistic assumptions. The 4 lectures on algebraic linguistics and machine translation from January 1963, delivered at the Hebrew University, provides insight into his pedagogical and research focus upon his return to Jerusalem. These lectures likely elaborated on the formal, mathematical approaches to language that characterized his work in algebraic linguistics, a field that seeks to apply algebraic structures to analyze linguistic phenomena. This work further demonstrates his efforts to provide a rigorous, systematic, and theoretical foundation for understanding natural language, especially in the context of computational applications like machine translation, while also reflecting his continuing engagement with the practical challenges of the field. Bar-Hillel's role as an editor of significant conference proceedings highlights his influence in shaping academic discourse and fostering interdisciplinary dialogue. Logic, Methodology, and Philosophy of Science, Proceedings of the 1964 International Congress and Mathematical Logic and Foundations of Set Theory, Colloquium Proceedings, Jerusalem, 1968, both published by North Holland, demonstrate his central position in bringing together leading scholars across these interconnected fields. These volumes serve as historical records of the cutting-edge research and debates of their time, showcasing his commitment to advancing the foundations of knowledge in logic, scientific methodology, and the rigorous study of sets, which underpinned much of his work on formal languages. His 1970 work, Aspects of Language, Essays in Philosophy of Language, Linguistic Philosophy, and Methodology of Linguistics, published by North Holland, is another critical collection of his essays, distinct from Language and Information. This volume further consolidates his philosophical insights into the nature of language, delving into topics that bridge linguistic theory with philosophical inquiry. It reflects his broader intellectual concerns beyond just information theory and machine translation, showcasing his contributions to how philosophers and linguists conceptualize language itself, its structure, its use, and the methods by which it should be studied. Finally, his editorship of Pragmatics of Natural Languages, Proceedings of the 1970 International Working Symposium, also from North Holland, underscores his deep and enduring interest in pragmatics. This volume focuses on how context influences the meaning and use of language, extending beyond the literal interpretation of words to encompass speaker intentions, social context, and shared knowledge. This symposium and its proceedings were vital in establishing pragmatics as a distinct and crucial area of linguistic and philosophical study, a testament to Bar-Hillel's foresight and influence in advocating for a holistic understanding of human communication. His later work continued to explore the philosophy of language, the philosophy of science, and the mechanization of information retrieval, always seeking to bridge formal systems with linguistic reality. Notably, he contributed to the proof of the pumping lemma for context-free languages, sometimes referred to as the Bar-Hillel lemma, a fundamental concept in formal language theory that describes the properties of certain string languages. His collected essays, Language and Information 1964 and Aspects of Language 1970, encapsulate his diverse contributions and his unwavering commitment to a scientific and rigorous approach to understanding language. Throughout his career, Bar-Hillel was a passionate advocate for interdisciplinary collaboration, firmly believing that a comprehensive understanding of language required insights from logic, mathematics, linguistics, and computer science. He was also an active participant in the broader academic community, serving as president of the Division of Logic, Methodology, and Philosophy of Science of the International Union of History and Philosophy of Science, leaving an enduring legacy on these fields. A demonstration of the non-feasibility of fully automatic high-quality translation. Yehoshua Bar-Hillel. One of the reasons why we do not as yet have any translation centers, not even in the planning stage, in which electronic computers, general or special purpose, are used to automate certain parts of the translation process, in spite of the fact that such centers would fulfill a vital function in saving a considerable amount of qualified human translator time per document translated, and thereby facilitate more, quicker and, after some time, cheaper translation, is the reluctance of many MT workers to recognize that the idea of inventing a method for fully automatic high-quality translation FOCT is just a dream which will not come true in the foreseeable future. By not realizing the practical futility of this aim, whatever its motivational importance for certain types of basic research, they have misled themselves and the agencies which sponsored their research into not being satisfied with a partly automated translation system whose principles are well understood today, and instead to wait for the real thing which was believed, and made to believe, to be just around the corner. During the past year I have repeatedly tried to point out the illusory character of the FOCT ideal even in respect to mechanical determination of the syntactical structure of a given source language sentence. See Appendix 2. Here I shall show that there exist extremely simple sentences in English and the same holds, I am sure, for any other natural language which, within certain linguistic contexts, would be uniquely up to plain synonymy and unambiguously translated into any other language by anyone with a sufficient knowledge of the two languages involved, though I know of no program that would enable a machine to come up with this unique rendering unless by a completely arbitrary and ad hoc procedure whose futility would show itself in the next example. Notes, Melby, Alan. The Possibility of Language, Amsterdam Benjamins, 1995, 27-41, archived May 25, 2011 at the Wayback Machine. Appendix 3 of the Present Status of Automatic Translation of Languages, Advances in Computers, Volume 1 1960, p.158-163. Reprinted in Y. Bar-Hillel, Language and Information Reading, Massachusetts Addison Wesley, 1964, p.174-179. References. Bar-Hillel, Yehoshua, archived July 2, 2013 at the Wayback Machine, Encyclopedia of Linguistics, Philip Strasny ed., New York, Fitzroy Dearborn, 2005, Volume 1, pages 124-126.
Mics on the floor where they drop like bombs. Faceless voices running all the cons. Digital whispers in a binary night. No light, no face, pure sound, no sight. Stories unfold in the dark, unscrolled. Echoes of silence, secrets untold. Waves crash loud in this audio cave. No light, no fame, just the sound we crave. Tune in, turn up, let the silence break. Raw, unfiltered, hear the earthquake. No mic needed, just the vibe that's real. Faceless words you can touch and feel. Hidden in shadows, voices untamed. No need for spotlight, no claim to fame. Just a beat of life in a stream of thought. Every word a punchline, no need to be taught. Just listen close, no visuals needed. Raw conversation, unprocessed, unseated. Feel the pulse in every sentence said. No distractions, just thoughts in your head. Whispers of the streets, rumbling through. Faceless yet vivid, a world in view. No mic, just souls, connecting in flow. Pure and raw, let the rhythm go. Pure and raw. and feel. Tune in, turn up, let the silence break. Raw, unfiltered, hear the earthquake. No mic needed, just the vibe that's real. Faceless words you can touch and feel. Pure and raw.
Yehoshua.